Hi everybody, welcome back to a new update on Bbig. Today we are seeing Bbig down by about 6.31%. Let's have a look at what is going on because I know a lot of people have a lot of opinions after today's move. We're going to be discussing all of those in this video and then of course giving a few of my opinions because yeah, people are thinking a lot about what's going on in the market right now in general, so we're going over all of that in this video. If it sounds good, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, but please do remember guys, this is not, I repeat, not financial advice. It's only just my personal opinion. Take it as nothing more than an opinion, and make sure to do your own research, and do remember that these short squeeze stocks are extremely risky. You know, I think it is very important to keep informing investors about that because, you know, it's important that people know what is going on before they invest in anything. So please do your research and of course formulate your own opinions. But now we are going to jump into this video and look at what is going on with Bbig. So as I mentioned just a few seconds ago, Bbig is looking down for the day. Now let's refresh these charts to get the most up-to-date figures. We can see that today we are sat at a price of 728. Now ultimately this is a fall of 6.31%. So far in after hours we are up by 0.003, but that doesn't really mean anything so far as after hours has only just begun. But ultimately one thing that I want to focus on as to why this is happening, look up at the top here at what I'm pointing at. We can see the S&P 500 down by 1.7%. We are looking at the Dow Jones down by about 1.78%. We are seeing the Nasdaq down by 2.19%, and the Russell 2000 is down by a further 2.44%. Guys, I think this is really important because, yeah, some days we see Bbig down when the market is up, some days we see Bbig up when the market is down. These are days where the market is obviously an outlier to the movement of this stock, but right now, the majority of stocks are falling, as you can see, everything from small cap stocks over here to the big cap stocks in the Dow Jones. You know, everything is moving down, and clearly this has been reflected in the price of Bbig. In fact, when we look at the charts of most of these indices, we can see that obviously the trend is almost identical. A bit of a push up in the morning we are seeing for a few of these, then we see a fall down from about 9:45 up until about 10:30. From 10:30, a bit of flat action, but ultimately we are moving down for the rest of the day. And coming until about 3:30, we see a bit of a push upwards. Now, you guys will know if you have been following the channel, I have just uploaded 4 YouTube shorts looking at all of these different indices, and I spoke about this trend being clear in almost all of them. This is no outlier to what we are seeing on Bbig. So yeah, Bbig is almost identically following the market. Clearly the numbers are different, you know, we are down by a different percent, but overall the trend is not really an outlier to what we are seeing in the market. Now, what this means for Bbig could be a different thing because of course each stock has its specific factors which will change, you know, depending on how the market does move. And of course Bbig, a lot of people see this as a short squeeze stock, and again the price action could potentially affect this and how people think about it, but we'll get into that in just a moment. Let's have a look at the latest data for the short interest, and today we are getting this from Twitter. So basically coming over to Twitter, we're going to type in the short interest for Bbig. Unfortunately, we have Johnny Love, who is actually a YouTuber as well, so shout out to him. He covers Bbig. He posted a short interest update for the stock 6 hours ago. He put short interest at 22.9%, utilization at 89.60%, and this is down from 99.7%, and we're seeing the cost to borrow down to 50.68, and this used to be 192.61. So clearly, things are looking fairly okay. Yes, we are seeing numbers like the utilization being down a bit. We are seeing the cost to borrow clearly being down by quite a lot. You know, this is potentially a big deal, but it's not the biggest deal in my personal opinion. And again, that's only just my personal opinion and what I personally believe. But ultimately, you know, that is the data that we are seeing. Think of it what you will, but you can see that clearly the short interest is still relatively high. I think that is worth mentioning. So overall, the data is still looking fairly okay. Now, people are saying that, of course, with Bbig, they do not want to sell this stock until they see a squeeze and all that sort of thing. And you know what, guys? That's completely fine. Whatever your trading strategy is, I'm not here to tell you that that is wrong or right. But I think what we're seeing with Bbig definitely could change going forwards into the future. And I want to share a few of my opinions on that. I want to share a bullish case and, of course, a bearish case. Because, yes, guys, I like Bbig. There's nothing that I would love to see more than a huge squeeze for Bbig. But I do want to share both sides of the argument with you, so of course you can come up with your own opinions on Bbig. So one thing that I said with the stock from the beginning is that what it really depends on is, of course, the data looking good, which it does in my opinion at least, and the interest from the longs, mainly retail investors. Will retail investors be interested in this stock for long enough to keep it going and keep the movement going and keep that potential of a short squeeze on the horizon? Well, clearly so far things are looking okay. We're still seeing a lot of interest around BBIG, and we can just go over to StockTwits very quickly and have a look at how things are looking on StockTwits for BBIG. We'll go to StockTwits and see how messages are today, and this will give us an indication of how many people are talking about BBIG. So overall, message volume is down a little bit. We're also seeing the number of followers for BBIG fall a little bit, I believe, or remain relatively flat. It's currently set just above the 51,000 mark, so clearly it's not really moved too much since last time. But yeah, message volume is down, so less people are talking about BBIG, but this does not necessarily mean the movement is over. What I'm trying to say is that if the longs keep, buying this stock, keep their interest in this stock, I don't see any reason why we cannot see a short squeeze. Yes, I don't think it's going to be the biggest short squeeze in the world. I don't think it's going to be at AMC or GME. Don't get me wrong when I say that, but I think it is potentially possible if we see that interest remain. Now, there are two ways to look at this and what is going on in the market right now. We know that there is a lot of fear in the market right now. That's very clear and evident from the amount of articles and actually opinions that we are hearing in the past day or two. I think, this could go either way. Some people think that if the market does continue to crash, it could put more and more interest in short squeeze names like BBIG, AMC, GME. It's not impossible that could happen, but obviously it could also have the opposite effect, which would be people kind of do not want to invest in these stocks anymore. People see their gains falling, or people see their losses actually increasing, and we could see less and less interest for BBIG in the future. And again, guys, I know a few people are going to dislike me saying that, and that's completely fine. I'm not hating on BBIG. As I said just a few moments ago, the numbers are there. It's still possible in my opinion. However, it's important to be realistic rather than blindly bullish, because yes, it could go either way. But yes, if the data looks good, which it does, if the interest remains and increases, I do not see a reason why this one cannot see a higher push up. But obviously it does depend on how people are thinking about this stock. So as always, the next few days are going to be crucial with BBIG. That has been the case for the past few days. I think that is still the case going forwards. Price-wise, when we look over to the technical analysis side of things, we can see today on the indicators, we are looking at a moving average figure of 715. We are seeing a MACD figure actually bullish right now. The lower side of that is at 0.02, and we are seeing an RSI of 69. Now this is all the way up at 69 simply due to the fact that we had that big push up at the end of the day. Again, not really something to be worried about. We saw this again on the market in general. So BBIG once more is no outlier to that trend. When we look out to the past 5 days, we are looking at a moving average almost exactly where we are right now, so I'm not worried about that one at all. We are seeing a RSI figure down here of 60, and that's quite neutral actually. Bear in mind, 50 is completely flat, completely neutral, so 60 is not bad at all, and that MACD trend is bearish, but it could be coming bullish very soon, as we have seen that bit of green at the end of today, even though we have had a red day. Now, the 1 month data is as far as I'm going to go with this one for obvious reasons, because the movement only started, in the past month. But basically over here, we're seeing the moving average on the 50-day catching up. It's currently set at 485. Now, this is going to take a while to get to where we are right now, because as you guys will know, it's a lagging indicator, so it is going to take time. We are seeing quite high volume today at 27.44 million, according to Yahoo Finance. Ultimately, I would like to see that step up a bit more, but it's completely fine in my opinion. We are seeing down here a trend on the MACD which is becoming bearish as time does go on, and we are seeing an RSI trend of 53, which is quite flat as well. So really, in the past 5 days, we have seen a few things go on. We've seen a break below this level here, which I would assume is the 750 range. You can see we've fallen below that, unfortunately, in the past day. So we've broken past that level. I would like to see us get back above these 750s in the future. That would be a very nice level to be at for the stock. Potentially even 8 would be a very nice range. But yeah, 750 is where I would like to be with this stock. But as I mentioned, Monday, as you can see, we've fallen below that for the first day in the past 5 days. And that becomes more and more apparent when we come out to the past 5-day chart, because really even on the month chart we can see we've not really broken below this level and remained below this level for the whole period of the past month. We're seeing we came very close to it here and actually broke below it for a small amount of time but ended up above it. That was the same here and of course in these past days here. So now we are coming below that level. Let's try and get above 750 tomorrow. I think that's what we would like to see. But overall, guys, my opinion on BBIG has not changed. I'm not bullish on the stock, I'm not bearish on the stock overwhelmingly. I'm just looking at the data and seeing how promising that looks. So far, it looks fine, but will we see the interest from retail investors remain? Be aware of the risks, guys. Of course, be aware of what people are thinking about the stock, because this one is one of those ones where if people get together, it has the potential, in my opinion. But if people do not get together, if the interest dissipates, we could see the absolute opposite. So be aware, be wary, and be informed as to what you are investing in. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all soon. Goodbye. Thank you for watching through till the end, but let me tell you about our Discord. So on your screen you will be seeing the N2S Finance Discord. Obviously it is split into multiple sections. Basically at the top we have updates from me and all that kind of good stuff. If you scroll down a bit further, we have the main sections where we focus on cryptos, SPACs and other hot stocks, including penny stocks, even stable growth stocks as well, and we even have a special AMC GME chat. If you scroll down you can see some research and DD from the community. We also have funny memes and you can see actual contributions from members down here. And again, if you do join us, it is completely free, link is down below. But if you do want to become a Patreon, you will actually get a pink sticker which will be displayed on your name. So your name will come up in pink as mine comes up in red down here, and that will show that you are a Patreon. But other than that, guys, you can join completely for free down below. You do not have to pay anything if you do not want to. Thank you for watching. See you soon.